Glad to have you on the G1013 Morning Show, and we're being joined in studio, fresh out of the G1013 Ivy Tech Green Room. Melinda Wilson is here from Surety Community Lady Center. Good morning.
Good morning, Rick.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
So, what'd you do during the great Facebook outage of 2021?
I worked as I normally do, but I could not make my work postings. I did notice that.
That's true. Yeah,
but life did go on.
That's true. Everyone was always like, "Oh no, what's going to happen now? It's suddenly the Old West." And my favorite thing was when someone said, "Do you hear that? It's people not bickering about politics on Facebook."
Yeah, exactly. And actually, how I actually realized it was down is I saw just a news thing that said Facebook's down. And it's like, oh, well, maybe that's why it wouldn't hook up earlier. So.
Yeah, the first place I heard about it was here, actually, because Scott had it on the air. And then I thought I heard him say it down the hallway. I was like, what did he say? And then he came back to my office and he was like, yeah, so your Facebook's down? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, all down. I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. The day after the whistleblower interview, of all things.
See, and that makes you very suspicious.
It does. It does. That's where conspiracy theories are born.
Exactly.
But it leads us to a topic, though, which is screen time and your kids.
Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing, and even with the studies you saw yesterday, how many people were freaking out because they couldn't get on Facebook or the other social platforms. But people use their computers. You know, they're on there so much time that they say, and I've got some statistics here, actually, believe it or not. But, you know, they say they check their phone 63 times a day, and the average screen time for an American is 5.4 hours. I mean, that is just amazing to me. And then and the social media part of it, 2 hours and 24 minutes is spent online. And if you're parenting a child, I mean, you say, oh, they grow up so fast. Well, how much of it were you looking at your screen instead of attending to the child or just, you know, playing with them and doing things with them as well? And it's just people use them as babysitters. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, you know, they'd use TVs as the babysitter.
Oh, we've progressed so much as a culture.
Exactly. So, okay, but now we have little screens instead of big screens that we use as babysitters. But how much of that time could be quality time that you could actually be teaching your child, interacting with your child, and your children, you know, learn by example. And if they're sitting there and they're watching this screen all the time, then, you know, you're not getting that connection with them. And I know a lot of the generation now, especially because we have teen moms and young moms in the center, and they grew up with smartphones.
Sure.
You know, so they grew up with smartphones. So now that they're parents, they've kind of become a little more desensitized to it than we would have been, you know, in our parenting times.
Right.
So with that, they don't think anything about it.
Sure.
So it's just amazing.
It's just what you grow up with. Yeah.
It is. It is. And then then you don't know what to do with when you don't have it.
Exactly.
I know we have had an incident before at the center, and one of the primary thoughts of some of the clients is, okay, if I do something, can I still have my phone? And it's like, really? That's a priority of being a parent is, I as long as I have access to my cell phone and it's not necessarily a cell phone, a smartphone, because it's become addictions. It really has become
pretty
addictions.
Much, yeah. People think they can't go anywhere without it. And, you know, you can.
You can. Yeah.
You can actually be out of touch for a while and it's totally fine.
Well, what's amazing is before when there were landlines, bad word. You know, if you're going out for dinner, you know, as an adult, you're going out for dinner and maybe a movie. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, they'll leave it on the answering machine and you'll give them a call back tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see you when I see you.
The world did not end.
Yeah.
And then actually a few other areas as far as being on the screen is with children, it really can affect their health. And with the American Academy of Pediatrics, they actually recommend avoiding for children under the 18 months old that unless it's video chatting, you know, because a lot of people live away from family and friends, you know, and they can video chat that way. But beyond that, don't give them any screen time. And then even when they're up to 24 months, you know, make it very limited and high quality programming because it can affect their ability of development. So just one thing that I wanted to share from the intractable and rare disease research. They said some studies suggest increased screen time in young children is actually associated to negative health outcomes such as decreased cognitive ability, impaired language development, mood, and autistic-like behavior, including hyperactivity, short attention span, and irritability.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I mean, because the hard part is so many times you get busy as a parent. There are a lot of things going on. You're whatever,
Sure.
and you know your child does require attention. You're like, you know what? I don't have time for that. Here's my phone. Watch something or play a game or whatever. But it gets to that point where it gets to be a habit.
Right. And it can affect them. So instead of handing them a little screen, hand them a toy to play with.
Yeah.
Hand them one of those big those hard puzzles for a child.
Sure. Coloring book or, a book of any kind or whatever. Yeah.
Have them be more interactive in that aspect.
Yeah. Emery, my 1-year-old, her favorite book is one of those like indestructible books you can't tear, and she loves it because it's like kind of puffy and she can't tear it, and she loves to look at it and flip the pages, and most of the time it's upside down, but whatever.
Exactly.
but yeah, and it's any number of ways you can keep them busy. But.
Exactly. And then even of a night, even screen time as adults, before you go to bed, all the studies say lay your phone down. The blue screen can affect your sleep.
Right.
So instead of being on your phone until you go to sleep or having the kids on their phone until they go to sleep, go crawl in bed with them. Pick up a book. Read them a story. Have that quiet time. Those are memories that you're not going to get back. Say their prayers with them. That is special time that they will remember that as adults.
Yeah.
That this special time mom and dad took out for me just to spend those moments with me.
Yeah, it's true. So the Surety Community Lady Center, there's so many tips like this for parents and new parents, or if you've been a parent for a while, and you just want to kind of get a refresher on what you need to know. And also, I know you've got an event coming up. Is it next month?
It's going to be in November,
Okay.
and we actually have First Financial is going to be doing a financial literacy course during the month of November, and the topic's going to be your money values and influences. So this is going to be the first module, and so everything we do, of course, is free. So there's not going to be any charge to you, and so any of the women that want to come out and sign up for that, they can go online at sclcrichmond.com and inquire about it. They can also give us a call at 488-2070, and those will be held on Wednesday. So they'll be held Wednesday late afternoon. So we're going to do it like from 4 to 6, 3:30 to 5:30 in that time frame.
Gotcha.
And that will be a group class. So they're going to be able to interact with other young moms that's going through some things that they're going through. So it gives them an opportunity as a group. But then we also have our online classes. Yes, computer is involved. Here we just said screen time, but this is a good part of screen time. So we have online classes too that hit every topic that can be done, including how to connect with your child. If you're having trouble connecting with your child, how to know what their sounds are meaning to you and be able to communicate with them even as an infant and realize what they're doing. But yeah, this is a group class, and one of the managers from First Financial will be the one directing it. It's going to be just a really nice time just to get together with other young women and get educated at the same time.
Okay. That's coming up in November. So a lot of good stuff. sclcrichmond.com. Melinda, thanks for being here.
Thank you. And remember, we're the big turquoise building on the corner of Northwest 5th and Peacock.
You can't miss it. sclcrichmond.com. I'll check your forecast again coming up.